Welcome to the battlefield of brains, where strategy meets chaos and every move burns with intensity. Watch grandmasters clash, pieces fall, and legends rise. Wesley begins with d4, a bold spear to the center. The declaration of war resounds across the board. Ding replies nf6, cool and composed. The Chinese grandmaster positions his knight like a scout sensing danger ahead. Wesley pushes c4, the battlefield expands, claiming vital space and pressing his territorial advantage. Ding answers g6, the familiar king's Indian dragon begins to breathe smoke. Eyes on the long dark diagonal. Wesley plans nc3. Knights join the fray, building the classic wall of control. Ding develops bj7. His fianchetto bishop rises, a silent sniper guarding the king's flank. Wesley charges with e4. The center becomes his fortress, unshakable and proud. Ding strikes d6, steady defense, like steel doors closing to contain the white invasion. Wesley fortifies with f3, reinforcing the e4 pawn, turning his structure into an impenetrable wall. Ding castles kingside. The monarch retreats to safety, ready to unleash counterfire. Wesley develops b3. His bishop aims deep, eyeing h6 and future kingside storms. Ding jumps and cheeks. Knights tangle with the white center, sparks already flying. Wesley brings Endgame, supporting foul plans. His army is perfectly coordinated. Ding plays s6, a quiet but deadly prelude to a counterblow on the queen side. Wesley lifts qd2. Queen and bishop align like twin cannons, whispering of a dark square assault. Ding activates rebate. A rook swings over to the queen side, announcing his counteroffensive. Wesley answers Ericone, matching Ding's energy, setting up his rooks for open warfare. Ding strikes e6, challenging the white pawns, cracks appearing in the calm surface. Wesley secures g3, steady hands, protecting the king's light squares before the storm. Ding shifts n7, stealth preparation. Knights reposition for the impending clash. Wesley blasts b4, the first explosion. His pawns surge forward, storming the queen side. Ding retreats n7, the knight pulls back, regrouping for defense before the cannon fire. Wesley centralizes Ardon. His rook now guards the highway, eyes fixed on open files. Ding fires b5, an equal counterstrike. Tension explodes on the queen side. Wesley captures cxb5, taking no prisoners. He opens the lines for his rooks. Ding recaptures axe b5. Structure remains, but the ground shakes beneath him. Wesley repositions Encone. His knight swings back, eyeing key squares for the next assault. Ding fortifies cheeks. The b5 pawn gets support. His wall stands firm for now. Wesley leaps nb3, a dagger pointed straight toward cf5, threatening invasion. Oh. Ding mirrors nb6, perfect symmetry. Knights eye each other across enemy lines. Wesley dives n5. That knight pierces deep, like a spy behind black lines. Ding advances d5, the central gates burst open. Both kings sensing danger. Wesley pulls b2, regrouping his forces, preparing to counterattack with precision. Ding jumps nc4, Black's knight infiltrates, slicing into the white camp. Hit. Wesley strikes nc4, no mercy, removing the intruder instantly. Ding recaptures bxc4, an ugly pawn structure, yet full of hidden venom. Wesley plays a3, stabilizing the queenside, protecting every inch of ground. Ding answers f5, trying to break through the heart of the white defense. Wesley meets Dix f5, fearless. He opens the center, inviting total war. Ding recaptures bxf5, regaining his footing, claiming central influence again. He will reach with central influence again. Wesley develops bd4, counter-pressure. The bishop targets the black king's flank. Ding exchanges bxdx4, bishops clash. Sparks fly, and one disappears from the board. Wesley retakes qxd4. The queen takes command of the battlefield, radiating control. Ding slides qe7, regrouping, seeking safety while plotting counterplay. Wesley shifts qe5. The queen slithers forward, slicing diagonals like a blade. Ding develops q5, offering trade. A temporary truce in a storm that will not last. Wesley calmly steps kf2. The king takes a quiet stroll, hiding behind his pawns before the storm returns. Ding repositions qe7 like a watchful hawk. His queen eyes both wings for a counterchance. Wesley shifts q5, a cunning infiltration, slicing black's defenses with cold precision. Ding slides k5, offering a queen exchange, hoping to cool down the burning battlefield. Wesley calmly brings Zircon, reinforcing his lines. The rooks hum with electric tension. Ding retreats n8. The knight heads home, shielding weak squares like a loyal guard. Wesley doubles Ardona. His rooks now roar in unison. Control of the open file achieved. Ding counters nb6, returning the knight to the fight, seeking out new outposts. Wesley charges fewer. The ground shakes again. White pawns advance like war drums pounding. Ding steps qg7. His queen hovers defensively, trying to contain the chaos. Wesley rolls back qd4. Queen retreats, but still commands the heart of the board. Ding trades queens qxd. The monarch's guardians fall. The field quiets, but the storm lingers. Wesley recaptures rxd4. Rook replaces the queen's authority, firm and unyielding. Ding withdraws rate. His rook seeks safety, bracing for the incoming siege. Wesley brings Raoul. His rook mirrors, ready to invade black's final line. Ding strikes dxc4, desperate for counterplay, opening wounds in the center. Wesley replies nxc4. His knight pounces, reclaiming the key square with surgical precision. Ding plants bd5, a defensive wall, but it trembles before white's coordination. And engagement credence of white's coordination. Wesley repositions NC3. Knights dance again, weaving around black's fragile pawns. Ding develops b6, keeping the fortress intact, eyes fixed on the advancing army. Wesley jumps n4. The knight dominates the center, his control suffocating. Ding links f8, connecting rooks. A last stand before the endgame storm. Wesley trades x8, heavy artillery fire. The first rook falls in a thunderclap. Ding retakes x8, hanging on, though his defenses crumble under pressure. Wesley thrusts nc5, the knight digs deep, splitting black's formation apart. Ding steadies bd5, still fighting. His bishop becomes the shield of last hope. Wesley advances a4. The pawn march begins. Unstoppable momentum rolling forward. Ding places rebite, aiming at the a-pawn, ready for counterfire. Wesley continues f5. The spear pushes through. Unstoppable and deadly. Ding retreats, nc8, guarding the gate to promotion. Fear creeping in. Wesley presses ace. Tension peaks. White's pawn just steps from immortality. Ding answers n7. His knight clings to defense. One final wall before collapse. Wesley plays nb7, encircling the last defender, tightening the noose. Ding shifts nb5, scrambling for counterplay, refusing to bow out quietly. Wesley calmly plays n6. The knight crushes forward, cutting black's coordination to dust. Ding develops bf3, trying to stir counterchances. Desperate for a miracle, Wesley retreats n8. The knight withdraws briefly, preparing a killing angle. Ding captures bx sequence. He bites back, removing a dangerous piece to breathe. Wesley recaptures bx6 times, regaining control. His bishops now rule the board. Meow. Ding captures rxb4, grabbing a pawn. The last flicker of resistance. Wesley pushes a7. The pawn turns divine. One square from glory. Ding checks rbd2 ensu, a desperate cry in the night, forcing the white king to move. Wesley steps k3. The king marches confidently, unafraid of stray bullets. Ding captures nc7. The knight sacrifices itself, slaying the pawn to delay defeat. Wesley delivers rx7, the final blow. Black's last defender falls, and Ding resigns as Wesley So stands victorious in a symphony of precision and fire. I'll end the video here. Please give me a like and subscribe to my channel. I'll keep finding the best and newest videos to share with you. Thank you so much. And I wish you all happiness and good health. She. And ya eyes.